NFL 24. And coming up next is the Commanders' speedy running back. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it's all up next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus. And
now off to the races down the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Washington.
Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So that a very nice looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Returnable here from the 38. Oh, nice move. A good return there, 17 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
2nd and 5.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's sharp.
And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll set up to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Deontay Banks on the coverage.
Now back to throw.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. A strong running. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for New York. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 1-yard gains are trending. The same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense set to take over again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to craft the throwing lanes?
Buying time to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Yeah, this will be a Giants 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
And brings up third down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
So here's Washington now to take over.
Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get this to about the 38.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The New York set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, McClellan, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
We get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
They'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down, Commanders.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Washington going to send out their punter.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The New York set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Back to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
They'll look to throw again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Muscling free near the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he's got this down to the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
At the Giants' 16-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14 at the 33-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Sharp, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 8. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brian Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that review working out well for Brian Dable. He wins that challenge.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
The score, Commanders 20, Giants 10.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by Howard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's third down and 6 yards to go.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Washington going to send out their punter.
They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Giants going to take over again on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And out across midfield down to the 45.
122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
23 yards. And the Washington first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw.
That is caught.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll look to throw here. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
On the double.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Back to throw now on first down.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
24-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's sharp. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught out right by Jennings. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's sharp.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. McMullen. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
The Giants now down by 10, 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 4. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. McMullen. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
so for Washington.
Their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.